Help me. Fill up everything. Come on.
Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we're headed to the world of Dragonkin The Banished. Now for this video we're going to break down itemization, something that is extremely important in a new ARPG. And if you haven't heard of Dragonkin The Banished, by the way, this is not a sponsored video. This is a brand new isometric action RPG built on Unreal Engine 5, dropping early access March 5th. This is not an auto battler, it's not a rogue, it's not an MMO. It is a full-on ARPG, Exile-like, Epoch-like, Diablo-like, hack and slash. And before we get into itemization, which is what this video is going to be about, quick announcement. I'm very excited this morning because only in a few hours, the Dragonkin lead producer and senior developer is coming on the Town Portal podcast. So it's today, literally 11 p.m. PST. We're going to have them on. Unfortunately, Frosty LaRue is not available, so Hog is going to be filling in. So me and Hog are going to be interviewing the Dragonkin devs, and it should be really, really good. We have a lot of great questions about this exciting action RPG. Again, not a sponsored video. It drops early access on March 6th. So make sure you come by the podcast if you have any questions. All right, let's talk about itemization. Now, Dragonkin The Banished, there is 5 different rarities. I'm going to try and do this whole video, no edits. So loot rarities, this is what we've got. Common, uncommon, rare, legendary, and mythical. And I played over 35 hours of the demo for Dragonkin The Banished, and we found tons of legendaries. We actually had multiple characters that were fully geared out in legendary, but we never found a mythical. And we're going to bring it up during the podcast. But it come to find out that you have to be level 45, so there's a level lock behind mythical. I don't know if that's changed, that's the current rumor, but I'm pretty sure that's what came out in the Discord. Unless you're level 45, you cannot pull a mythical, so that's ultimately why it didn't happen. Now, more questions that I have for the Dragonkin devs is basically, is there anything build defining about the itemization? Because basically when you look here, you have 2 affixes, 3 affixes, 4 affixes, 5 affixes and a talent, 6 affixes and 2 talents, or at least a talent plus 2. So not like overly exciting than when you find that item that actually like, you know, creates your build. So lots of questions around itemization. Now, on top of that, before we get into the modifiers on your skills, there is also different ways the items can roll. So you can get a divine, and the divine can roll on any of the existing rarities, and you can get a draconic. So currently, from my understanding, the best item you can find is a divine, draconic, mythical. And then you've got the best item you can get. Now, when it comes to divine, a divine potion has maximized and enhanced potion effects. Divine fragment has a modifier at the maximum rank relative to its rarity. A wormling armor has a rank of 10 considering it's being divine. So you'll see here, for example, on this scepter, the divine affix adds a 24% critical strike, which is weird because then it says range 11 to 19. So it went like above the range. I don't know. I don't really fully understand this picture. Now, Draconic is a little different. Draconic is going to give you 2 positive modifiers and then 1 negative. So the idea is you want to find that negative modifier that doesn't actually hurt your build, so that way you get the 2 positive that really, really help you. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. You want a divine Draconic with a negative Draconic modifier that does not hurt you on a mythical item. Sounds pretty confusing. It's pretty straightforward. Now, if you have not seen my first impressions breakdown video on how the skills work, I'll link this at the end of this video. But then you also have your skills or your fragments. And on here, the different fragments and nodes can also roll within the same rarity range. So you can get uncommon, rare, legendary, and mythical support modifiers inside of your skills. So just know that this also carries into your skills. And then the pendant is always mythical. Yeah, in addition to the rarities, certain equipment or fragments may present variations with particular characteristics and appear to be divine. Oh no, right. Pendants are always mythical and exclusive to endgame content. Well, that also answers the question as to why I never found an amulet, but now I know it is a pendant. So these are the different colors, and they got their own little beams. And in true fashion, this is on the underwater level. The higher the rarity, the bigger the beam. And I think they show the beams, yeah, drop with a different color when you get Draconic. So you'll see that it's unique and purple. And then if you get the Divine Draconic, it is purple and yellow and what it is. So that's pretty cool. Other things around itemization is talents. Now, the best way I could describe talents is kind of an ascension, okay? Kind of an ascension. So basically, when you are gearing out your character, you will notice these talents at the bottom. +1 to healing, +2 to energy. Up here, +2 to determination, +1 to vitality, +2 to defense. You want to not only find the highest rarity with the most affixes you need, but you also want to find the most talents based upon what you are trying to build, and then rank that up to rank 3 so that you get the biggest boost. And on here, you will see some like insane rank 3 talents. So for example here, 30% walking speed, 30% attack speed. On this one, barrier at 120% of max HP, energy regen 1%. You can literally build low life with Shield of the Oracle through your talents. And you could also get different talent points through your Wormling armor and through crafting. This game has full deterministic crafting. If you find the crafting materials, you can go to the crafter and make what you want. Unfortunately, in the demo, this is very, very limited to only a couple pieces of jewelry and your potion. So I'm excited to see what you're going to be able to do in the city once we get access to it. So that's pretty much it. One more quick run through. Dragonkin The Banished has 5 different rarities. Every single item can drop Draconic or Divine Draconic, and you want to build out your talents for the character. There's actually a lot when it comes to character customization in Dragonkin The Banished, and we're excited to jump in March 6th. So now you know. And again, one of the podcast questions is going to be referencing, can you make build, or do you plan on having build defining uniques, right? So this item you put on, this legendary, this mythical, unlocks this play style. Very, very curious how they are going to answer that. So that's the video. Make sure you come by Aaron Action RPG on Twitch. If you're watching this video in the morning of the day I release it, then yeah, you're probably a few hours away. Podcast will be at 11 a.m. Did I say 11 p.m. at the beginning of the video? 11 a.m. PST. They're 8 hours ahead because they are in France. Me and Hog will be interviewing a senior producer and a lead developer. It should be a lot of fun. I'm done. Please like, share, and subscribe if you think I've earned it. Check out the Discord, and the best way to support is Patreon. Hopefully you were entertained or at least learned something. Aaron, out.